Hello and welcome. This is a special edition of Cricketer, and today we have one of the best names in the industry joining us from UK, David Brooks, the former BBC and ITV cricket director. We also have John Nimbu, the guy who played the first match, took 5 wickets. And what are we discussing? The spectacle of the year is finally here at the Tata IPL 2026. Yes, the day is here where we are starting to get into the biggest extravaganza of our time, and guess what, we've got some of the best matches placed in here. Who do we have? We have the defending champions RCB, who created it for the very first time. We also have the match with the Mumbai Indians, the 5-time winners. We also need to know that is this Mahendra Singh Dhoni's swan song? Yes, could this be the swan song? I don't know. We don't know. We need to find it out. Well, we've got some of the best stats available in the house. We also have the stats, the personalities, the people. But guess what? The Tata IPL 2026 bursts into action tomorrow, Saturday, March 28. Defending champions RCB, who lifted their maiden title last season, yes, will kick off the campaign with style when they host the Sunrisers in a high-octane opening clash at the iconic Chinnaswamy Stadium, yes, at the Bangalore. This is the 19th edition of the packed with excitement, a record of 84 matches. Yes, don't go anywhere. These are 84 blockbuster matches across 2 thrilling months. Every single team captained by Indian player, and massive auction drama that saw records stumble and the age is coming good. Green becoming the most expensive overseas player in IPL history, from RCB's historic title defense to explosive new squads, big hitting rivalries, the potential breakout stars, the leagues that brings the world together is back with non-stop sixes, thrilling and the unforgettable moments. Guess what would we have? We've got some of the best facts here. Of course, I'm joined by David Brooks, who's by our side from England. We also have John Niambu, who's a former Zimbabwean player. But let us take you on to the plasma screen. Let's see, what do we have there? We've got some of the best exciting information here. The longest season ever with the records of 84 matches. Where do you get 84 matches in IPL? Then this includes a double round-robin format across 10 teams. 10 teams talking about the round-robin format. Again, stretching the tournament into 2 more months. Yes, let's look at the interesting facts. 5 facts. All top teams are led by the Indian captains. So no more Jos Butlers. Sorry, David. No more Jos Butler. No more your Ben Stokes. But at the same time, every franchise has an Indian captain leading to the toss. What do we have next? We have a record-breaking auction. The new highs, the uncapped players. Cameron Green will become, he's coming at 25 crores. It's a figure which let David Brooks break it down. 25 crores. RCB enters as the defending champions for the very first time. They host the opening match and the final at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Yes. And guess what? The big player, the Sanju Samsons of the world. Major movements, teenage sensation to watch. You've got Vaibhav Suryavanshi, you've got the old warhorse, Sanju Samson, switched to Chennai Super Kings in yellow after a decade. Yes, with Rajasthan Royals. Who do we have the next fact as? All right, this is what we have. You've got some of the best players. You've got some of the bigger names. Yes, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, the 14-year-old star kid alongside MS Dhoni, the 44-year-old. This is what the IPL has brought us into. David Brooks, my first question to you is, do you see the age disparity between Vaibhav Suryavanshi and MS Dhoni? And what are your opening thoughts on it?
Well, I've given up predicting how long MS Dhoni will go on for, because it seems to be forever. Does he play any other cricket the rest of the year? Doesn't seem to make any difference to him. No, I mean, it's great that there's such a spread of ages. What can you say at both ends of the spectrum? Of all the facts you've just given me, though, Sunil, the the fact that Cameron Green commanded that sort of money is probably the most astonishing, because what has he really done over the last year to warrant that?
Well, that's a good question. You need to answer. You're the expert.
Well, I mean, it's been a disappointment, hasn't he? In all forms of cricket, it's done nothing in the Test matches, and very little in domestic cricket in Australia. So I think he's the one with probably most to prove. He's got to justify that the very high price. There's so much other talent on display, and I just think Cameron Green's got it all to prove.
Absolutely, Cameron Green has everything to prove. John Nyambu, you've got something, a tournament which is as long as 84 days. Did you in your mind imagine staying out to play one tournament for 84 days in your playing days not long ago?
Hello, Sunil. Hello, David.
Hello, John.
Another time again to talk about the IPL, the exciting IPL that merges all international talent, bringing them from their national rivalry all into one team, teammates against teammates. And like you say, this is a very, very, very long period of play, we can say, for a tournament. Never have I managed that, because 85 matches, that's 2 months of constant playing, and the players have to manage themselves on and off the field. They have to take into consideration their national priorities after the IPL, and even before going into the IPL. I mean, we saw how some of the English players are getting out of the IPL to concentrate more of county cricket, to try and get their form going into a big test series in the summer for England. So it's going to be interesting how all these players are going to manage the load, how all the franchises are going to look after the players. But being in India, being a lovely country that loves its cricket, with all the technology, with all the big brains in the game, I'm sure they'll be able to formulate patterns, to formulate shifts and workloads to enable these elite players to be able to perform well to the best of their ability in the IPL, and not lose that form or that fitness going into their international fixtures. So it's going to be interesting how it's going to happen. But as I always say, we're always looking forward to some exciting and wonderful cricket being displayed by these elite players that the franchises have managed to conjure up into the certain teams.
Well, that's a good, interesting point you said. Let me remind David Brooks of the famous Robbie Williams songs, Let Me Entertain You. Do you think this is a heavy roller coaster entertainment coming from India, especially at a time when Indians have their own skippers? Yes, we're talking about skippers which are Indians, and they're ruling the roost right now. Your views?
Well, the timing couldn't be better, could it, in terms of coming off the back of the World Cup victory, T20 World Cup victory. So I imagine the whole of India is really pumped up about this tournament. I mean, can you have too much of a good thing? I mean, 8 weeks feels like a long time. It does feel that it's going to be testing the format. You know, is there an optimum length? And that feels like a long time to keep the pressure up. Especially, it's going to be a long time for those on the bench who have to spend the whole tournament carrying drinks. You know, one thinks in the past of Joe Root and how he spent most of the tournament bringing out the drinks for his players.
Sachin Tendulkar's son, has been spending time on the dugout ever since.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fascinated to know whether Jacob Bethel is going to be in the starting lineup for RCB. You know, he's been in tremendous form coming off the back of his performances in the World Cup, his maiden Test century, his maiden ODI century, but he's not even assured of a place in the starting 11. There's some doubt as to whether he'll even fit in. So yeah, a lot of talent there, and perfect timing when cricket must be at an all-time high across the whole of India.
David, very quickly, what do you make of the record-breaking auction that you've seen? 25 crores. I mean, I don't even want to go there.
Yeah.
Is it obscene?
Well, it's not obscene. I mean, it's great. You could argue that it's great for cricket. I mean, it does fundamentally change the differentials with the rest of the cricket world, doesn't it? It's getting to the point where, you know, everyone is going to be prioritizing the IPL over, you know, even international commitments. That's the thing. As John said, one or two players have resisted the cash in terms, like Ben Duckett has chosen to pull out to concentrate on securing his England place after a very indifferent Ashes series. But generally, with those sort of with that sort of remuneration available, it's going to make players think twice before, sort of thinking about prioritising first-class cricket, Test cricket. One can only hope that players are still making their name on the international circuit. That is what's commanding the fees. So it's just a question of balance that we need to ensure that the collateral damage to the rest of the game, it's great to have a flourishing IPL, but if it damages everything else around it, then that would be a net loss. So it's just a question of balance and making sure that players are still incentivized to play the other formats.
John, talking about balance, what do you think of a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old taking on a 45-year-old or a 44-year-old MS Dhoni? Whatever way you look at it, did you ever imagine the day that you will expect a day where this age difference would happen? Forget the purse range.
I mean, everything is evolving in the world in technology, and then sport is no different. And the rise of this young lad is very tremendous, and it's good for India cricket. I watched him play at the World Cup, and the Under-19 World Cup was in my home country, Zimbabwe. I watched him bat on when he was playing in Queen's Sports Club, how he cleared those boundaries like he was playing in a cold kind of pitch. And yeah, it's good. The thing that I think will help him is he'll get to learn from all these experienced campaigners who've seen it, who've done all, who've had the disappointments of not winning, who've had the ecstasy of winning all the major trophies. So for him, it's just to absorb as much as possible from those guys, not look at them as competition per se, but it's like he has to glean, and then suck up as much information as he can. Not only him, but each and everyone there. I mean, it's a global village, this IPL thing. You have players from different backgrounds. You have players from different nations. You have players of different capabilities. You have overseas pros. We have got different assignments to do. You have the local grown players who want to cement their names for India. So it's just a good thing for cricket.
Right. Let's look at the first 5 fixtures. Headers of IPL. The subhead of the first 5 fixtures are the Royal Challengers take on Sunrisers Hyderabad. That's the opening match at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. A 30-second quick word from David Brooks, the ever-so Sussex and RCB fan himself.
Well, I'm supporting, or rather, I'm favouring RCB again to get off to another great start. As I say, it feels like they've got the strongest batting lineup around. The fact that even someone like Jacob Bethel's going to struggle to get into that middle order. It looks very solid. The opening partnership of Phil Salt and Virat Kohli was very exciting last year. I mean, Phil Salt hasn't been in the best of form.
Yes.
You'd say he had a very indifferent World Cup. So, if he doesn't perform, then Bethel could take his place. But I'd like to see Bethel play instead of Tim David. I think he's a better player and offers a lot more as an all-round game, and he's much more the exciting talent for the future. But it's a very strong lineup, and I think RCB will be the favourites for that.
Well, RCB challenger Bangalore kick off the IPL 2026 right here at the Chinnaswamy Stadium against a dangerous Sunrisers Hyderabad. Remember, Sunrisers Hyderabad are the same team that can score 300 runs or they claim to score 300 runs, but they also give 320 runs in the bowling department. But that's a different story for a different day. After the breaking their title drought last season, RCB will look to start strong in front of the roaring home crowd. As expected, there'll be fireworks from all. Yes, this is the match of day 1. Moving on, the 5 times champion Mumbai Indians take on the 2024 winners KKR in what promises to be a blockbuster Sunday night clash. At the home side will lean their rich IPL history, while KKR brings fresh momentum, big names, big stage, big bowling attack and big crowd support. John Yambu, what do you think of KKR and Mumbai Indians kind of a clash that happens, especially the KKR?
For me, interestingly, and as a Zimbabwean, KKR has just signed one of our own, Blessing Sarabani, after a very successful T20 World Cup with Zimbabwe, where he helped them get through to the Super 8 stage. But those are two powerhouses in IPL. They've won multiple IPLs. But my heart is always with Mumbai.
Right.
Yeah. It would be very interesting how the balance of both these teams will be, and how they're going to infuse the new talent and blend it with your Sunil Narines. Finn Allen is coming off a very good World Cup as well.
Yes.
And you've got the Iceman. He's been resting. He's been.
Yes.
I'm sure he's eagerly waiting to get back into those Mumbai Indian colours and smash it for them. So it's a good thing that he has been resting, and he's going to be able to bring the calmness into the Mumbai Indian side, and hopefully he'll help deliver another championship for the Mumbaians.
Absolutely, David Brooks. We don't stop on Sunday. We move on to Monday. Just as a quick recap, you've got Rajasthan Royals at Guwahati host the 5 times champions Chennai Super Kings at the ACS Stadium. RRR will look it up to exploit the home conditions, while CSK, led by their timeless experience, aim for strong start. Could it be an El Clasico kind of an IPL rivalry brimming up between the Rajasthan Royals and the Chennai Super Kings? What's your take on that match on Monday?
Well, of course, Rajasthan Royals under new ownership. I was absolutely flabbergasted at the selling price. Manoj Badali selling at absolutely the right time, I guess. So whether that will, whether that changes anything on the field, I doubt it. It's a great clash, isn't it? And I've got a favourite, Rajasthan Royals, for that one, Sunil.
Absolutely. Tuesday belongs to Mulanpuri Punjabi Kings, who come on and take on the Gujarat Titans for the match 4 of the IPL 2026. Punjab Kings will rely on their explosive batting firepower, while the Titans bring in disciplined cricket and proven consistency. A mouth-watering contest between two well-balanced sides. John Yambu, which one do you favour?
Oh, that's
the Kings and the Titans.
One, but,
yeah.
Yeah, I think it could go either way, and because it's at the beginning of the season, and whichever team just grabs that key moment to give themselves momentum into the coming games is very important for each of the team to be able to grab that.
Well, absolutely. Wrapping up the opening set in Lucknow, yes, it's the LSG who face Delhi Capitals at the Ikana Stadium. LSG will bank on their strong home record, good crowd support, while the DC looks to turn things around with fresh energy. Expect high-octane T20 action in the closing rounds of the first week. David Brooks, LSG versus Delhi Capitals. Delhi Capitals, of course, have been knocking on heaven's door. They haven't got it right as yet. What is your take on it?
No, they haven't got it right, and the pressure will be on them, because we know they haven't got it right recent times. So I'll be favouring LSG for that one. They've got a strong home record, and they again looks like a very strong squad on paper anyway. So LSG for me on that one. Well,
absolutely. You've got the LSG on that one. Well, we've got a couple of questions left, largely from the overall aspect of the game. The rise of Indian players and skippers over the foreigners. What is your pointed view on it, David Brooks? And then I'll go on to John Yambu.
Yeah, I think it's one thing that the World Cup demonstrated was the depth in that Indian squad. And if you give some of these guys the opportunity, they take it. There's so much talent there. Yeah, why not? Why have overseas captains? I remember Sam Curran stepping in when he had to 2 years ago in the IPL. One thinks of some great captains that have been from overseas in the past, but the talent is there in Indian cricket. It's great experience for them to lead a franchise. Gill will be looking to make a point after his exclusion, and Pant making a point after his exclusion from the international T20 team. So the talent is there. So yeah, grow the home players.
My final question to John Nyembu. Yes, David, worth gold. Let me just get in John Nyembu. John, spin still dominates the Indian conditions, whether it's Rashid Khan, the Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti. They control the middle overs, they break partnership and reduce scoring frequency. Do you think spin is going to be the king in IPL this season too?
I think spin generally plays a big role in every form of cricket, and especially in India and the subcontinent, where you get some wickets that will spin and be slow, some wickets that will be a little bit on the flatter side. But either way, spin does play a big part. And with the spinners on show, you got your mistress spinners, you got your leg spinners, you got your left arm spinners. They will be in the mix because generally batters like to get it spin. Well, so if the batters don't get it their way, and then spinners got an opportunity to get the wicket. So I think spin will always play a major part in all forms of cricket, and IPL is no different.
Well, we are in the 19th edition. Final 10 seconds to David Brooks. David, are you enjoying the hundreds or IPL in the 19th edition? Your view before we wrap it up.
Well, the 100 has no comparison. IPL is the leading short-form competition in the world. And it will maintain its status. Its scene is set for a brilliant tournament.
Well, on that note, we call it quits for now, and we promise to be back tomorrow. Well, that's all we had time for. Don't go anywhere else. We'll be back after a short commercial break. Stay tuned.